It's a weekend carbs. Hey guys, I am in the car today because I just got done with a doctor's appointment and I just wanted to do it in my car. Just felt like I was thinking that it might be a good spot for a vid, so hopefully the lighting is okay. Thanks for joining me. The Great Gatsby party this weekend was fantastic. It was such a blast. The Rent the Runway dress turned out awesome, even though I had a little scare. If you are on my Snapchat, you saw that Lily, I first put on the size 8 dress because that's the backup size, and they said to order your backup size in one size smaller than you normally would wear, so it must run like normal to large or something. So I thought that was the 10 for some reason when I pulled it out of the bag and tried to get it on. And Lily was trying to zip it and ended up getting stuck like on my hips. I was freaking out. You know how panicky it is to get a dress stuck on you. And then Lily was like tired of helping me, so she decided she wanted to go downstairs. I'm like, kid, you cannot leave your mom in this dress. I had to have her help me get out. So we got out of that. And then the next dress, actually there's like a weird spot in the zipper, but the size 10 fit awesome. When the day of the party came, my girls helped me get it on. It took them like 5 minutes, and it wasn't so much that it was like super tight. I mean, it was very form-fitting, but it was great looking. It was just like this weird spot in the waistline, like the zipper wouldn't go up all the way. But anyway, I would recommend the service. I mailed them back or UPS'd them back today, so I'm happy with it. I signed up for the pro too, so like the insurance and shipping's covered for the year for free, so I'm excited to use it maybe for like an upcoming wedding and this bachelorette party that I have in Nashville in August. If you're here for the first time, I'm Emily, and I had VSG surgery August 20th of 2012. I weighed at my highest weight 290 pounds, and the day of surgery, I gotta go back and look, guys, I think I was 258 pounds. It's in previous videos. And then I currently weighed in last week at 166.4 pounds, or actually 166.6, I think. And then weigh-in day is Wednesday of this week. I put on about 30 pounds this past winter. I was down to 154 last summer. I put on about 30 pounds this winter, and I'm back down 20 of those pounds, or 18 of them. I don't know. I can't do math on the fly, you guys. So I'm excited about that. It's summertime. I'm feeling good in my body. I would like to work out more and do a little more strength training. I actually am going to boot camp tonight. It's my second boot camp class. I tried that last Monday. It kicked my butt, and it was 90 degrees out, and they only did the boot camp for 35 minutes, so I'm kind of nervous tonight because I'm thinking it's going to be the whole thing. But I'm headed out to buy an exercise mat because I don't have one. I just usually exercise at the gym. So I think I'm gonna grab an exercise mat like at TJ Maxx or something on my way home, and then it's in a couple hours. And I made the mistake of eating first last time. That was a horrible idea. So I'm not gonna eat first. I'm just gonna eat a string cheese right now. It's like 5 o'clock right now. The class is at 7. I'm gonna eat a string cheese and then I'll eat dinner, I think, afterward. Normally I don't like to eat so late, but I just think it's not a great idea for me to eat this close to the class. It was icky last time. My thought process today was just to talk a little bit about food addiction and how real they are. I have been noticing lately, I have not been craving like terrible food, or what I've been noticing is I have my whole life basically had an addiction to food since I was a kid, and that caught up with me in puberty. And I think that's when overeating began, or my metabolism changed. Could be a combination of both, because I remember as a kid having a big sweet tooth and enjoying food. In the past probably 3 weeks or so, I've noticed that once I get a thought about like a certain kind of food in my head, like sweet food or something that I will occasionally crave, or even the chocolate, my dark chocolate that I was eating like every day, like a piece of dark chocolate and then peanut butter. I haven't been craving it as much, and I think a lot of it is the keto diet, because, you know, not being on so much sugar and carbohydrates, your body does get deprived of that, and it kind of does supposedly play or help with you curbing those cravings. Although I wasn't experiencing that, I would still get sweet cravings, not a ton, but lately I just feel like I haven't been experiencing so much of the cravings. And when I think about eating those things, I quickly can just kind of move on mentally, which has been hard for me in the past. And I have ADHD, if you don't know already. I've talked about that before, and truthfully, when I'm in my kitchen is kind of when I feel like there's like food triggers. So as best I can, I try to get out of the kitchen nowadays, and I try not to go in the kitchen like later on at night, because that seems to be a really key time for me to have cravings and want to eat things. Like last night, actually, I fell into this where I was basically bored. It was like 9:30 at night, and I had bought this like I got a Costco membership, and I bought this huge block of like, I think is it pronounced Jarlsberg cheese? It's a Swiss cheese. And I remember having this dip a long time ago that I love that was like Jarlsberg dip. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, or you guys are all laughing at me. And I wanted to make it, so I looked on Pinterest and found a recipe, and I made it like at 9:30 at night. I wasn't hungry, I was bored. And I didn't eat a ton of it, but still, it's like if I would have just walked away, it would have been ideal. I could have just like gone upstairs and relaxed. I was exhausted anyway, which does play into food addiction too. So get enough rest, guys. Make sure you're getting I truly feel like I do not need 8 hours of sleep. I need 7 to 7.5. I have the sleep cycle app. If you don't have it already, check it out. It kind of tells you like what the average time you spend in bed is, and like your sleep quality. I have been paying more attention to that. I was trying to get 8 hours, and I do feel like 7.5 to 7 hours is enough for me, and I feel well rested the next day. But anything less than that is not okay, and I do feel tired, and I do then want to eat more junk after like I have alcohol the next day. A lot of times I have carb cravings, increase, and I just have to be real careful. Like today, I knew that I didn't really want to eat dinner until later, and I was starting to get hungry, and also wanted to kind of push my snack off because I'm trying to do a lot lower calories today because of this weekend. I did not eat very well. I didn't track. I don't think I got enough protein. I had a lot of alcohol. I didn't have a ton of carbs. I had some s'mores last night with the kids and at the campfire that we did last night, like a little one. And I did have s'mores, and like I had some cake at the birthday party on Saturday, and some candy. So yeah, Saturday actually was probably a very high carb day for me, which was like a significant cheat day. I haven't had one of those in a really long time. So anyway, I'm on a reset today where I'm just doing like 800 to 900 calories. And I usually stick less than 1,000, but today I was shooting for more like 8. I'm like at 860, I think, on my FitnessPal right now with what I have planned to eat for the day. I got some chicken sausages from Costco, Gilbert's chicken sausage. So anyway, I'm on track with that, and I'm just doing like a reset, and I'm being very purposeful about planning for that. But those food addictions, I have to be really careful. So like when I start eating one piece of candy, for me, I cannot just eat one piece of candy. So I had like a bag of candy at that party. And what I should have done, or what I would like to do in the future, is have 2 pieces and then be able to walk away. But once I know what's there, it's just like I made that low carb Kentucky butter cake that people have been posting on Instagram. Like SJ had posted it, and then on Tanya had posted it also, that they had made that. And I already know this about myself, but I still made it. I get into where I feel like I need to finish it. It's sitting there on the counter. I see it. I want to eat it. So I think it's okay for a treat. I'm better off with doing like a mug cake or something smaller like that, making that. Otherwise, or if I make like that Kentucky butter cake for the future, I think what I would do is freeze it, like take out a couple pieces for a couple days worth of desserts and then freeze it. But it's super high calorie, and I want a whole piece, which is like 350 calories, and I want a whole piece of it. I don't want to just eat like a tiny bit of it. That's hard for me. So I have to be really mindful about what I make to eat. There's a really good, Drea VSG has a really good low carb chocolate chip cookie recipe. I've made that a couple times. I have to be really careful with those too, because I just want to eat tons of them. That's just me, my food addiction. I have to be careful with what I follow on Instagram and Pinterest, because when I see images of food, that triggers me to want to go make recipes. I love to cook, I love to bake, so I can fall into those traps very easily, and I just have to be very mindful. And if you are anything like me, I'm just encouraging you to be very mindful about those things. Gateway foods. So, Lily went and got, when we went to Costco the other night, she went and got a smoothie, and I was gonna have her buy me a yogurt, like they have the non-fat yogurt, which I don't care about the fat. You know me and my fat. I like my fat, but it would have been better if it was like sugar-free yogurt. That would have been awesome. But she was in the line and I said, grab me one of those. It's like $1 or something. And I'm like, I'll just have 2 bites and then I'll throw the rest away, which is wasteful, but I was like craving it. And then I told her, don't do it. I'm like, don't get it for me. I was like yelling across the store, don't get Mom the yogurt. But I know myself and I know better than that. And I know I would have just eaten that and then just been on a like downward spiral for the rest of the night. I mean, I can sometimes recover from that when I do that. But when it's the weekend lately, I've just been like, it's the weekend, carbs. I need more carbs. I don't know what it is, but I'm trying, and it is summer and I do like drink more wine in the summer. I'm doing wine spritzers. I've talked about that before, but I just need to be mindful. I don't want this hard work. I worked my booty off to get this, you know, this 20 pounds off from this winter. I do not need to go back there. I worked my booty off to get in the shorts that I'm in right now and not have a huge muffin top, you know? So I am just trying to be more mindful, purposeful, consistent every day. But this weekend was not great and I would like to be better moving forward. So that's what I wanted to share today. The struggle is real. I'm almost 5 years post-op and I still deal with food addictions. I do feel like, you know, don't keep that stuff in the house. That's a trigger for you, which I try very hard not to. Occasionally it comes into my house, and I did like purposely buy s'more stuff yesterday, which could be a trigger. I actually threw something away today that I knew, oh, you know, there's like a little bit of a Cliff Bar that's delicious that I bought for the kids, and I had opened one and it's sitting on the counter. If I see something like that, you know, I just, my mind keeps seeing it. If I don't see it, for me, it's out of sight, out of mind pretty much. So I'm very visually stimulated and I just need to like keep that stuff out of my brain and not look at those kinds of images. So it's like somebody that, you know, has maybe like an alcohol addiction, they have to stay out of the bar a lot of times. Or somebody that has, you know, like an addiction to like pornography, like they have to be careful with what they look at and you know, see and put in front of their face. Or, you know, gambling, you know, you have to be careful with all these different kinds of addictions, and this is no different. Only I will say again, I feel like it's very, very hard to overcome a food addiction because you have to eat 3 times a day or 5 times a day if you're a weight loss surgery patient because you have a tiny stomach. So my thoughts, my 2 cents, I hope that helps somebody. Just know it does get easier, so don't feel like depressed and hopeless if you're pre-op and you think like, oh my gosh, I thought this was supposed to get easier. It so does. You know, your food intake is way more limited. So I do not like sit and obsess about like food. I used to sit, if I was going to a restaurant, I'd like get super excited, which sometimes I still get excited, but I'm not sitting there like planning out all the different foods I want to eat because I can't hardly eat any. So it's like pointless to sit there and go there. But I'm more of like a grazer, and like if I see stuff or if I'm traveling, I can be bad about food addictions. On that note, on my Florida trip, I would like to vlog my eating, and that's gonna help with accountability. It's not like I don't want to have any fun and like make any poor choices, but I know we'll probably have some drinks and I will want to have like maybe a bad choice a day, but I would like to vlog and kind of keep accountability for like keto options. And my girlfriend that's going with me is also keto, so it should be interesting. I don't know her plan, if she's gonna be totally on plan the whole time. I don't want to like make her do that, but it'll be fun. I will take you guys along with me for that purpose. And just to share, you know, whatever's going on, if you want to see that. I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe people aren't that interested in vlogs, which is totally fine. I mean, ooh, spit again. I'm always good for that. At least one spit during my videos. Anyway, guys, if you want to see updates from me and you want to see the travel vlog stuff or the travel eating, that kind of thing, please give this a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you guys back and have you stay updated on what I'm posting. Also, you can come follow me. I am on Snapchat, red42897. Instagram, I have 2. One's more personal kind of stuff, day-to-day ginger life goals, and then my VSG fitness journey is EmilyAMvsg. And then I am also on my fitness pal, Emily42897. Is that enough? I wish I could just do one for the whole shebang, but they all have different usernames, and so sorry about that. They're also below in the box if you missed any of that. So thanks guys for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next video.